If you want to support the Predator Poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $10 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
Oh my god, this fuck.
You're welcome. Is it a song?
No, I mean, it's
Hey.
how's it going? Let's wait sit over there.
Okay.
Matthew. Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you too. Yeah. So I didn't tell you I had a daughter because, you know, obviously it's like, you know, that's it right there. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Remember my name? Yep, absolutely. That's and buddy, here, introduce yourself to him.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
You look handsome.
Thank you. Yeah, so, doesn't talk too much, she's kind of a mute. That's okay. Say hi.
Hi.
It's okay. I had a friend like that. So, she would literally write notes, and I was the only person she talked to, really. And the only words I got, because we're both anime fans, was she'd call me Naruto.
You're a big anime guy?
Yeah, she'd
awesome.
call me Naruto, and then she'd call me like Kirby Sage, and yeah. So and then she would spoil the future because she read everything, so she would spoil all the future anime for me.
She would basically write it all for you down.
And I was like, she's like, Jiraiya dies. I'm like, wait, what? I had no idea until I started shooting, and then I found out.
Oh, what anime do you like?
Naruto's my favorite.
I love Naruto.
Well, here, sweetie, you just want to play on my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's on the spectrum, and it's good. But yeah, no, it's fine.
Can you pull up the app for me? The game?
Sure.
Nice back,
It's right there on the page.
by the way.
True. But yeah, no. So how is the? You working right now, or?
Kind of. I'm on sick with Cafe.
You
I
said
think it's called. It's that FMLA thing. So they have me out until we can verify that I'm fit to return to work.
Got it. So what do you do for work?
Maintenance.
Okay.
So I do for the state. So I do maintenance for the state.
Okay, awesome.
National Guard.
Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service.
So I do that, and I volunteer at the firehouse. So
That's awesome.
I do two things.
Well, thank you for what you do, man.
They so basically I just go around and I make sure the facility's up and running, and I make sure it's secure, and I just fix crap.
Got it. Did I ever tell you what I do for work?
What welding?
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that sounds like fun.
Well, it's I don't like wearing that damn mask all day, but because I'm pretty. I'm sure, as y'all know at this point, like I'm I'm an anti-masker, and we didn't take the. But I got to wear a mask all day for work, even before COVID. Funny enough, but
face mask.
Yeah, well, like the
actual.
Yeah, like the metal mask. I mean, I don't have to wear the actual stupid mask. But,
I was about to say, I'm so sorry.
I know.
They don't make us do that at work.
Did they make you get the?
That was before I went.
Oh, nice.
I got it just because I actually got it early.
Really?
Because I was firefighting at the time.
Okay.
So luckily, I got both Moderna. I got both shots right in January and February. And so far, I've never gotten it.
Really?
To this day, yeah. Still haven't gotten it. And I've been in the back of the rig with someone that tested positive.
Yeah.
That didn't know it. And we were in the back of the rig, jam-packed to the gills. And so far, I've never gotten it.
Oh, so you were a firefighter at one point?
I still am.
Okay.
But just, I'm a volunteer and I paid.
Got it. So you used to be like a full-time firefighter? Or? Oh, you were just always a volunteer? Mm-hmm. Man, well, thank you so much for what you do.
I started... if you knew the type of shit that they make you do to become a paid, your head would roll.
What do they do?
Well, you got this physical agility test, which unless... I had a friend who had it in because his father's a captain at Troy Fire Department.
Okay.
He was already in physical shape.
Right.
Was strong, didn't smoke, he chewed tobacco but didn't smoke.
Right.
Drank but didn't drink a lot. Was not fat, was not overweight, was in good cardio health.
Yeah.
Could outrun me anytime,
Well, I think that wouldn't be too hard to do.
And he took their test. He got, let me put this another way. He actually got a physical trainer before he even took the test and was training for this test for I want to say 3 months.
Yeah.
And he still failed it 3 times.
Jeez Louise. That's cool. I mean, I guess you're running into a burning building. That makes sense.
I do the same thing, but yeah, I don't have to go through any of that crap.
Right. So, I mean, do the volunteer firefighters have the same role as the paid ones, or?
Yeah, but there's a lot of times we don't get called for Waterford will call Albany before they'll ever call us.
Right, that makes sense.
Because they're union.
Right.
So and if like Waterford, if they find out that you're a volunteer or that you're still volunteering, like their union bylaws literally makes you like leave if you don't.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, Troy is not like that, but they kind of frown upon it. But Troy, like, you can be a volunteer and still work at Troy.
Got
it's
it.
not an issue.
Got it.
You know, but a lot of times it's mainly just the union, non-union type thing.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, I'm in a union now. I kind of get why they want to protect that.
Right.
You know, because that's jobs. You know, that's how they ensure job security.
Right.
And it's the same thing with that physical agility test. That's how they ensure job security, where like departments like got all these people that want to join.
Yeah.
But they can turn around and kind of just kick a person that's been in there for so long because another person wants to join. You know, so there's no real ever shortage of people wanting to.
That's crazy. And so,
so
I guess we both deal with fires at our jobs technically, but
Yep.
but man, well, it's very cool to.
What do you weld? Like what type of stuff? Like
sheet metal. Pretty boring.
Do you work at that place that's like near the old Stewart's on 19th Street there?
I might. Yeah.
Because a lot of times I see they have like those round barrels and stuff.
Yep.
It's I actually tried looking to see if I can get a job there once, but each time I went by, they weren't there.
I mean, they pay pretty well. I mean, I think for people that are starting off, I mean, now I'm making 45. But
it's not bad.
No, we want to start off. I think they paid like 32 or 33 or something like that. So
it's the same. I just started off as a grade 6 like last year, August, and I actually just had my year anniversary there this past August. They start us out at I want to say it's like 34,175.
Okay.
And then I got my first, it was either my cost of living or my step, and that bumped me up to 35 something. Now I'm at 36 something.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and I just got that raise. So
right.
So now I'm at 36 something, and the benefits are really good.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, I get health care for me and these two. I mean, my ex-wife can kiss my fucking ass. But,
How much do you pay in healthcare? Like a month?
do I pay in health care?
Yeah, how much?
Dude, for the whole family, it's only like, I mean, she has conditions and stuff like that. It ends up being a little bit under $1,000 a month. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, it fucks me in the ass, but
See, I pay $100.
it really?
Yeah, I got mine's like commercial grade CDPHP, and they like cover like everything. Like that Zep bound for a health weight loss.
Sure.
I'm on that now. That cut $30 for a copay.
That's like Ozempic or something?
Yeah.
You're on Ozempic?
It's like Ozempic. It's
Okay.
just different. I $30 for a copay, $5 for a copay from some other meds. 60
Stop, you're making me jealous. You're making me jealous. But
I think it goes up to like if you want a family plan, which they do offer. I think it goes up to like maybe either $200 or $300. I think maybe $400.
well, maybe I'd pay that little with obviously, and I don't mind paying the much. It's for her.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, no, it's very cool to find someone like mine that's so close. I mean, I've been trying for a while, but I mean, how did so I can't, like, I've met a few other people, like not met in person, but I've met a few other people kind of.
Same, but they're usually like in Texas.
Right.
I had a friend who was in Texas. All the way in Texas. I'm like, what?
Did you ever get to meet that guy from Texas? Maybe one day you will.
I wanted to, but like, that's a bit of a driving for me.
Oh yeah. Did he also have kids, or he was just kind of
on there?
I guess he was like how do I put it? He liked his Domino's pizza. Like
Yeah.
Okay. I just like to say DiGiorno or
DiGiorno?
DiGiorno or Domino's. You know what I mean?
I don't like Domino's. They're so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, we're also in New York, so
You get a little tiny thing. It doesn't even fill you up, and if you get anything else, it's like $100.
Right. That's why we like the Domino's, where you can order online if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. So I'm also the first, I guess, like-minded that you met online. That's close. Unbelievable. So are you is it only boys, or are you into girls too? Are you out of the closet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. For the most part, like my dad knows, everybody knows. Like I don't, like I'll put myself in the closet
Right.
if I meet someone that's like on the DL.
Right.
But that's only to respect them.
Just that, it's a pretty big ass boy to keep in the closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. So
I could squeeze into tight places.
Oh, can you?
Oh, yes, I can.
All right.
You should see what I did during my firefighter training. So we at the Colony Tower we have a mask maze. So it's basically think of a double wide, but no walls or anything.
Like double wides.
Yep. And in there you got like a bunch of boards. They go up like this. They drop down like this. They got crawl spaces. They got those little plastic tubes for drainage in there. They got wires that come down, fake insulation with the studs like the mimic an attic.
Right.
And basically you have to navigate through that blindfolded and with all your gear on.
Holy shit.
And I managed to fit through a little tube like this. And I had to go like this. So I did this, had my tank in front of me, and I basically just used my toes and just pushed myself forward like this through the tube.
Sounds kinky, man.
It was. He was like, I could have sworn I heard someone say he's not going to fit in. And I was
how
like,
tall are you, man?
6'4".
6'4"?
6'4".
Yeah, same.
And I was like, you think I can't fit in here? Well, watch this.
Right.
And I just pushed myself straight through, did the worm, got through there, and I'm like, shit, time.
Yeah, well, my physical training for welding involves occasionally doing a push-up. So
Yeah, okay.
But, we're on the same level with that. But yeah, so
I'm trying to lose weight. I've been trying.
yeah, how much are you weighing now, man?
So I'm at 330.
Okay.
And I started out at 391.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm like at 320.
So I dropped I was 320 for a while. I plateaued there. Like that's where I plateaued the last time. And the only way I got underneath that was I literally starved myself. This was way back.
Right.
So I literally starved myself.
Right.
And did 200 crunches a day.
Right.
Finally got below 300, got down to 280, 290, and obviously that's not sustainable. So one bout of depression, and I gained it all back.
Jesus.
All back, all the way past 320, all the way back up to 400.
Wow.
And then I was like, shit. And then I started losing the weight again. This was before the Zep Bound, and I got down to from 400-ish down to and I fluctuated between that and 371.
Okay.
And it just stayed there. And then I started the Zep Bound, and I backed down to 330.
Wow. All right. Well,
So-
it's a good weight. I mean, I want to get down to 290 myself, but eventually I'll get there. I mean, it won't happen eating at McDonald's, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So the way that medication works is it. If you think food is an addiction, it curbs addictive behaviors.
Okay.
So that's how it works in your brain. And then it works by slowing your digestive tract so it stays in there longer.
Okay.
And then it replaces 2 hormones that make you feel full.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'll probably maybe go on that. I mean, I've lost a little bit of weight, so hopefully stay on that trajectory. But
it works, and I haven't had any side effects with it.
Yeah.
The worst side effect I got was when I first started. I got like some pretty bad heartburn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know a medication would give heartburn. I thought it would stop it.
No, really bad heartburn, and then because there's a lot of side effects you can get with it.
Yeah.
And that was the only one I got. And I got nauseous once because I went on, because you're supposed to slowly go up. And when I started the one above, the 2.5, I got nauseous one time.
Got it.
And then nothing.
Interesting.
And then now nothing, like no side effects.
So are you like better in bed because of it, or?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, because like that's like a whole self-confidence type thing.
Sure.
So, but it really doesn't do anything with that.
Got it.
It just helps you lose the weight.
Got it. So have you ever like kind of like family before? Interesting. Like, well, obviously, we're not she's gonna be out of it, but I mean, yeah, I'm just glad this whole thing's real. Like, I'm glad,
I was a little suspicious.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah. So like, how did you first start like finding this stuff online?
Instagram, I think.
You weren't on the Tor browser years ago?
No.
That's what I used.
No.
Yeah.
No. Either Instagram or something, and I met someone that obviously knows a lot more.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of just like opened everything up, and I was like, huh.
Did you know you were into that before?
Maybe a little more. But it was like a hit or miss.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it was like it was like maybe. It was like a maybe, but like I didn't really understand it until I got older.
Got it. Yeah. No, like like when I was about like 9 or 10, I had an experience with an older cousin. And I realized like, at the time I didn't really think too much of it, but then I realized like it was kind of, this is kind of interesting. So he was about 16 or 17, I forget what he is. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but I was like, wow, cool. And then, I kind of forget about it for a while. And as an adult, I kind of stumbled across the dark web, and then just like, it's been like the past 8-9 years I've just kind of like been on it, but it's very interesting. I mean, so Instagram, I've never heard of anyone getting into Instagram.
No, just meeting someone. Just meeting someone that like knows like where to go like afterwards. Like so we went from there to Telegram.
Oh.
And then Telegram we went from there to Signal.
Telegram.
Yeah, it's you didn't hear that whole
Did I delete my Telegram?
Their CEO got arrested.
I heard something about that. Like,
basically, their system to like keep things secure isn't really secure anymore.
Well, I wish you told me that a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's all right. I mean,
so Signal is, from what I hear, is the way to go. Because they don't, like, Telegram will store things.
Right.
On their Signal doesn't store anything.
Oh, okay.
So even if someone were to say, well, I need this person's, I have a court order, I need this person's, they're like, sure.
Yeah.
How do you want us to get that for you?
Oh, that shit.
So
no Instagram, like,
because they'll store. I guess they store things like this person sent a message at this time. This person sent a message at that time.
Oh.
But it doesn't store any of the. It just shows when a person sent.
But there were messages or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually store anything.
Dude, because like, I mean, I know Instagram does that shit because I have people offer to trade with me on Instagram. I'm like, bro, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
But when they ask for Telegram, I'm like, all right. I mean, that's different. But
It's not as secure as it used to be.
so Signal's what you use now? Got it. Yeah, I think I have Signal. I've did you get Teleguard or Session? I have those two. Teleguard or Session? Yeah, okay. Those are also, I think, more secure than Telegram. Like, I've heard people say, like, I don't really use Teleguard, yeah.
May have heard of it, but I've never used it.
Got it. So, like, what's kind of, me and him started experimenting kind of a couple years ago when you were, remember how old you were? 11. And, I mean, he's been good. I mean, he enjoys it. And how long have we been doing it for?
2 years.
Mm-hmm. Good boy. So that's a really good clip. She likes it. But it's just a little thing.
I like it.
It's adorable. It's like kind of a Hollywood thing. Hollyland's kind of a knockoff thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah. But so like, I don't know, like, do you have any limits at all? Like, is there like because we have like, is there like an age like you wouldn't? I'm kind of, honestly, I'm serious now. Just kind of anything goes. Got it. Well, so I was thinking, like, even do you still want to? We're down to go back to our place, or?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Well, I do still want to get something to eat, if you don't mind.
Start.
So, sweetie, you remember what I was telling you about?
Not really.
You remember?
Oh yeah, what?
Remember Matt, who I was talking to you about?
Oh yeah.
Here, so Matt, I kind of want you to get like, what's that?
My bank.
Oh. Probably more in there than me. I'm not going to look at the number. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was after my car payment.
Oh, Jesus.
Ridiculous.
Okay, well, I'll cover breakfast. Don't worry about it. I save pretty well. And so, do you have any stock?
No, so I tried kind of dabbling into that, with that crypto thing.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what it was. It was a while ago. It was like a kind of like a random kind of stock market type thing, and it really didn't go anywhere. So I kind of just, plus I didn't really have a lot of money to put into it.
Right.
So I was putting in cents or dollars.
Right, just kind of rounding up. Sure.
And that's like, so it never ever went anywhere.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this. So after the Trump attempt on July 13th.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know, real or fake, whatever. I don't pay attention to all that stuff. I still voted for the man, but
Yeah, same.
I knew that when that shit happened, he was gonna win. And you know how he's boys with Elon?
Yep.
Bro, I kid you not. I had $2,000 laying around. My savings account's probably $10,000 over the years, okay? And I took a fifth of that shit. I'm like, you know what? Tesla stock. I think, because at that point, I knew Trump was going to win. I just knew he was going to win. For whatever reason, I knew he was going to win. I put that shit into Tesla stock. That shit doubled.
Really?
Yeah. So ended up making a little bit over. So I ended up making $3,000 off that. And we went on a little vacation. We went to the Poconos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dad, the phone's good. Did you want me to get the charger out the car?
No. And just be social with you guys with that. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. So I took kind of a gamble with that. It's like illegal gambling, kind of.
Yeah,
but
well, technically it is. It is gambling. It is gambling. Stock market is always gambling.
Yeah,
it's always been a gamble.
Except a casino's more trustworthy than Wall Street, but
yeah,
it's kind of yeah.
they're both kind of shitty.
Depends who's owning the casino, but
yeah.
So here, make eye contact with him. So I kind of, obviously, man, I want you to kind of get familiar with all that stuff. I'm hoping this is more one-time thing, obviously. So Remember what we talked about?
Yeah.
Okay, so Matt, I want you to kind of, because I just I showed him a picture of you, but obviously he's never talked to you before today. Like, Matt, I want you to kind of like let him know like what you want to do, and I want you to tell him if you're okay with it or not. Okay?
Okay. I'm kind of shy. Good.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but what are you comfortable with?
Basically, the stuff we do, like.
I mean, do you want to go to your place and hang out?
Yeah, we could later.
And what else did we talk about?
I mean,
You can tell me something with this
we
stuff.
can, do you have Xbox? You should get Xbox.
I don't have an Xbox.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Well, I got you that Nintendo thing, right?
Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. I actually had one. It seemed to have gone missing.
I told you I got the Switch for free.
Oh, hi.
But,
So it was you. No, I'm joking.
yeah, but yeah, did y'all still want to kind of,
Yeah, we can hang out at your place.
y'all still want to do the stuff we talked about?
I think so.
But at your place.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, we'll still do it. And he's done. He's both. He's both generous and he's both giving and receiving. So if you're, do you want to do both, or just want to do one? Do you want to go further than that, or just want to do? What?
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I do have a. I do have like a.
Oh, it's toothpaste.
I do have a Firefighter. So I wanted to. I told you that we kind of make pizza at home. If you catch my drift. So I don't want to send you anything like that, but like you seen all the groups like Telegram does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the only thing is like you can't just like. You have to know, like you have to be invited. So it's like it's not like you can like there's no like quick ad.
Oh. Okay.
There's no quick ad. There's no like recommendations. There's no
So you can't just like look up basically.
there's no like this person, no mutual followers. So it's basically if you know their username, then great. If you don't, then you can't even type it in and like kind of like okay. So if I remember, it's like ABC. You can't type in AB and then have a list of things. And oh yeah, there it is. You have to type in exactly what it is. Otherwise, it'll just like
So how many
jump off a bridge.
how many groups they end up getting in? Like Telegram was about like 9 or 10. But
There was quite a few.
on Signal?
Like they all like so. One of the groups that I joined, it was called the. So it was the refugee camp, and then something called the because
Oh my god.
they thought it was impervious. So
Impervious indeed.
impervious, and then they went, yep, and they literally had this little like group bio, and it was like the only thing I could think of was like that donate to the children in Africa or whatever they got going on, or Ukraine. I was like.
Honestly,
It's like why like come on, like, just why? Like, why?
Well, do you think this white guy from middle class New York can be considered a refugee?
Yeah.
Okay.
In this country with inflation the way it is, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think that is there a way you can add me to that group?
I'm not. I left all of it. And that's the only reason why I know is because I tried getting back after I got out of the hospital. And I tried, and I was like, well, shit.
God damn.
So, it kind of, I was like, god damn.
When'd you get out of the hospital?
I was, so I went in, I want to say the Thursday or Wednesday before. Thursday or Wednesday before. Jesus Christ.
Damn, all the way in the BC area?
Yeah, no. Thanksgiving, holy crap. Oh, wow. That was a brain fart.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Apparently I need coffee. Before Thanksgiving, and I got out like 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I want to say I was in there for like 5 or 6 days.
Well, you doing okay now?
Hit or miss. It's hit or miss. You know, I got good days and I got bad days.
Definitely.
But it's like it's just with everything, you know, the way the economy is, you know, I got this good ass job,
Right.
you know, that's supposed to pay, but it's supposed to be like a middle class,
Right.
and come to find out, like, that middle class is now poor class.
Of course.
So it's like, have you ever seen that meme where, let's see if I can find it. Basically, it's this guy.
The guy says you're not middle class. You're poor. Awesome.
Let's see what. There it is.
I said you poor. Oh my god.
Hard work. I finally reached middle class. Inflation. I said I'm poor.
You know what I told you about the middle class and upper class and everything like that?
Yeah. It's not anymore.
Yeah,
now it's just poor.
We don't hate people for being rich. You know, that's something we want to emulate, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's me. I was like, all that hard work.
Yeah, no kidding.
All that hard work. I'm finally here. I'm like, I can see the light, and I'm like crawling along the ground. I'm like, middle class, and then that big hammer of inflation. Poor.
Yeah, money printing. Well, you know what
Not
I like
that.
to say. Money.
Not that I didn't appreciate the stimulus checks. Okay, because without them, I would have suffered
Right.
a lot.
I like to say money printing that's more than any guy could. You know what I'm saying? So,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
well,
I mean, that's why destroying money or creating your own money is actually considered treason.
right.
Like if you were to if you destroy a bill, like a currency note,
Yeah.
it's like if you you burn it, technically that's treason.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
It's a really, really old law that dates back way back
Got it.
to like the Revolutionary War.
Well, shit.
Since it's treason, can't you get for that or something then?
Smart.
I mean, I don't think they do that anymore, but maybe.
Well, speaking of,
Unless they realized how old and outdated that law is, and they finally got rid of it. Which who knows? Maybe they did.
well, speaking of memes, so I guess we'll just talk like this. We have some, you know, still don't want to send anything on a Signal just for pure safety and trust. But we have some homemade memes on a hard drive, and like want to do some type of like mention like like we have about I would want to do like 5 homemade meme videos, and if there's anything like, would you want to like go to? Well, obviously I go to our place, but like, would you want to like? There's a way we could just kind of swap some memes.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned. I guess. Do you want to show us what you got when we get?
Yeah.
Don't show it here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the stuff you have now, like, where are you getting it from? You're not getting it from Telegram, are you? You're not getting your memes from Telegram anymore? No. Okay. So do people still meme lords on Signal? What? Oh, it's on your phone. Okay.
Behind a nice encrypted thing.
Okay. Oh, so unlike Trump, you actually built a wall.
Yep.
Okay.
I actually built one.
Got it. So
Built it. Can't be, unless you force my face and glue my eyes straight for it, which technically will throw it off.
got it.
You're not getting in it.
I love it. So how many memes do you think you got?
I don't know. Maybe because I got lucky. One of my old friends that I met on Grindr,
Yeah.
kind of hit me up, and which I was not expecting because I didn't think, and I was like, because I got rid of everything.
Yeah.
I went clean slate, just before I went to the hospital, and he reached out, and I was like, huh. So, come to find out, he still had a lot of the stuff that I sent him. So I was like, oh my god, thank you. He sent them back.
Oh, nice.
So he was my backup mule.
So how many memes did you require?
Maybe like 30, 40.
Oh.
50, I don't know.
Yeah, because I'd say my memes, my homemade memes are a little bit more valuable than your memes you got from yonder. I'd say. So like, what do you have like? What do you have like baby memes and toddler memes?
Maybe.
Say again.
Maybe. I don't know.
What age memes do you think you got?
They're assorted.
Oh, you have them categorized?
No, they're just in there randomly, like in my secure folder.
Got it.
So they're just all.
Got it. Well,
they're mixed and matched.
Okay. Well, you got like.
I mean, I'll let you scroll through.
Okay. But
you can take a look.
Okay. But yeah, my preference is kind of like 5 or 6. I mean, if you have shit like that.
Maybe one. Maybe one or two. I don't know.
So,
or maybe 3.
Okay.
4. Maybe 5.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. 6 of them.
Are those like boys or girls?
Boys.
Are they with like solo kids or with guys?
I don't know. They're. I haven't been in that folder in a while, so I don't know.
Got it. Are they vids though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are they hot? So I've seen.
I would say so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Got it. Well,
I'll let you
kind of sort through.
judge.
Appreciate it, man.
You still want to get something to eat?
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Coffee.
Actually, I'm not a caffeine drinker, so come up with me an order because like.
Okay. Oh my.
Just put on your phone, sweetie. Just stare.
Wow, that was a stretch.
Sweetie, put your bag down. It's rude to have it out.
Speaking of,
Let's not put anything up there.
wow, see,
Oh, saw your profile. So that's cute. Hey man, cheating on me? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Expected you to do your job, and but he wasn't cheap. He wasn't like the people. It was like some Raja group or something when they bought this. So this was in 2019 or 2018, 2019 when my mom died.
Yeah.
So I'm working here. I'm working 50, 60 hours a week.
Talk about losing your mom.
So I was working here 50, 60 hours a week. And this new guy, this new group or whatever buys this McDonald's. He sells it, they buy it.
Oh, great.
The grease, the fryer vats that do that cook all like the deep fryer vats, the filtration system that allows it to drain and filter and replace it with new oil and stuff like that broke.
Yeah.
The pumps and whatever broke. So in I want to say February.
Pay attention because I want you to own your business one day.
February, I left because obviously my mom died.
Right.
So I was out of work for, I want to say, almost May. So this was the end of April going into May. So the bun toaster it's basically this thing, you put the buns in, it goes through, and it toasts it as it comes out, so you get that like perfectly toasted bun.
Yeah.
And it pops out. There's a sheet in there, like a Teflon sheet that you kind of stick in there that prevents it from sticking to the heating elements of it. So the bun slides through, and when that Teflon sheet begins to deteriorate, the buns will get stuck in there and they'll burn, they'll catch fire.
Dude, I gotta ask, speaking of the cooking process, okay, so I've always wondered, because I swear I've heard different things from different people, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I talk to McDonald's workers all the time, but how is the meat cooked here?
So,
Probably gonna ruin it for me, but...
So, anything that's like on a McDouble, they use like ratios. So 10 to 1. 4 to 1 is the quarter pounder. So 4 to 1 is your double quarter pounder.
Right.
Quarter pounder. 10 to 1 is those thin stuff that you get on a cheeseburger, hamburger, McDouble.
Yeah, like
stuff like that. So those are frozen. Those are kept frozen.
Like the 10 to 1s, right?
Yeah, they're kept frozen and they're cooked. The things, you just stick them on there, the things come down and they do both sides at the same time.
Yeah.
And then when it's done cooking, it lifts up and you just season them, and then you just basically put them inside the things, and they're supposed to only stay in there for about 15 minutes. You can find that a lot of times it tastes old, it's because it's...
Well, yeah, and you know what I noticed?
Because they'll just keep resetting it. Because it's slow and they don't want to waste it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, when that timer goes off, you're supposed to pull it, and you're supposed to put it...
Probably. I mean, we had the coffee in the water cup.
Yep. Oh. That's it.
I actually want a water pump. I want a water cup. Man, I don't want a water bottle. I just want a water cup.
There's a cup right there.
Well, that's for his Coke, man.
Oh, okay.
My cocaine. It's my cocaine.
Yeah. That's okay. He's from upstate New York. He sadly knows what that is at this point. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, that's all it is. It's frozen. Now, the quarter pounders, the one that you're getting, that's fresh.
Okay,
it's not stored. It's not stored. They don't cook it and store it. It's cooked fresh to order.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask about, because
so it's not frozen.
Right.
So they get it. They only stay inside the refrigerator for a certain amount of time.
Want me to put some water in this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
And then it's kind of stored inside there's a bin next to the grills. So that's only kept in there for a day.
Yeah.
And then they get thrown out.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask about, because, like, I've noticed, maybe I'm just being a schizo, but I've noticed, like,
God, that's hot.
well, we'll have some more hot experience later today, but, I've noticed that, on the ads up for the quarter pounder, they say 100%, they say 100% beef,
It is.
but for the little ones, they never say that.
They're beef. They're 100% beef. They're just not fresh. They're not. They're frozen.
Right.
They're kept frozen. They're in frozen boxes, like the French fries. They're kept frozen, and you pull them when you need them. And they're kept frozen until you cook them. They're frozen when you cook them. So you don't thaw them out. You literally just break them apart, and you just put 4 in a line. So each to a clam. That's what they call them. And the clam comes down, and they go to being frozen to cooked. And that's it. And then you just season them, and you put them inside the tray, and they stay in there for 15 minutes. Supposed to stay in there for 15 minutes.
Right.
So, that's my story. So, I'm gone.
Yeah.
The grease vat's broken. The pump with the grease vat's broken. It's not filtering. It's not doing anything. The filtration system, the bun toaster is starting to deteriorate.
Yeah.
So I finally come back, and I notice that one of my coworkers is pouring like oil into the thing on the wall. What are you doing? You just like, oh, it's broken. I'm like, still broken? They're like, yeah, it was never fixed. Like, so basically, it can't drain the oil. So basically, that oil has been in there for 2 months.
Wow.
They're supposed to be changed out weekly.
Right.
And if they're really bad, changed when they need to be changed.
Right.
Because there's a whole system, it goes through, it filters it every, through these filters, it filters it every so many to keep the oil as fresh and keep it as long as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's really expensive. And then at the end of the week, it gets drained and fresh new oil gets put into it. You clean it, and then it just fills the oil from a storage tank with fresh oil.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
it was 2 months, and that thing was still broken. And I'm like, that's disgusting. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm here for a couple more weeks. It's still not getting fixed.
Right.
I'm like, why the hell isn't this shit getting fixed? And come to find out it's because this guy bought the franchise, and instead of doing what he was supposed to do and fix shit, he's not fixing anything.
It's cost cutting.
Because, he wants to recoup some of the stuff he was I asked for cream, sugar, and caramel.
The caramel's in it, but I can get you sugar and creamer packets.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Have you tried the French fries recently? Oh, it's so good.
See, these are fresh.
Really?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, I'm good. French fries. Yes. Okay, so the French fries made fresh.
They kind of are. They're cooked right over there, and they're usually they're fresh. Believe it or not, you can actually have your orange customized.
Really?
So you can ask for like no pickle, no onions, extra ketchup, extra pickles.
Oh yeah.
Extra onions, stuff like that.
Right.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And so yeah, I'm here for 2 months, and they happen to give you like a spoon or something.
Oh, yeah, spoon? Oh
yeah. I'll get up and get it.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll wait to start. Go. Basically, I feel really bad. But like, so my mom had just died. Right?
Is that Fanta?
Yeah.
Good choice.
So my mom had just died, right?
Yeah.
And I come back after a month. Grease vat's broken. The bun Teflon is all ripped and shredded and non-existent. So all
Take a big swing. I like it. Hell yeah.
and I come back. Nothing's fixed. So they put. So on the busiest nights, when they have like those stack concerts. It's like 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.
Hey, sweetie, can you give me some apples? Well, can you give me some apple slices, please?
Yeah.
I remember the code if they ask for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the stack. So this has 2 lanes. There will be cars like lined up all the way down the road.
Yeah.
And they put Molly, who was the night manager at the time. She says, I do not want to be put on these busy nights because I'm not a really strong manager. I know it. You know, I need some a little bit more experience at least to be with me when we do this. You know.
Not amateur.
And then they put this guy who is 50 years old, who hasn't worked in a McDonald's since he was...
Hey, Matt, we got to just talk about what's going on, okay? Can we just take a step outside, please? I don't want to talk about what's going on here. Can we just go outside and talk about it? Thank you. Just want to have a conversation about it, that's all, okay? I'm not going to bring up anything in here, but... You can bring your fries if you need to. Let's just go step outside so nobody asks what's going on. I just want to have a conversation. Bring whatever you need. Any weapons on you or anything? No? Any weapons? Okay. Let's just, I would say let's just kind of go in that corner over there just so nobody really asks or comes up to us or anything like that. But yeah, I think it's probably best we talk about what's going on. Obviously it's voluntary to talk to me, but I think we probably should because you know, I know you're a good dude and you're trying to get your shit together, so I want to make sure we're good, all right? Sure. Appreciate it. And I genuinely enjoy talking to you. Like, you are actually I think I made the right decision by deciding to have a conversation with you about this. And if you're cold, I have an extra jacket, but, you know, it's summertime out here. I just want to have a seat here?
No.
No? Okay. Let's put this on the ground for now. Okay. So obviously, you know, I have a lot of messages here in my hand, and I assume you know what we're here to talk about? Okay. So look, kind of similar to your boss at work, I'm sure he works with honest people all the time and chooses to employ honest people. So I'm the same way. Like, honesty goes a long way with me, and obviously, you know, I think honesty can address a lot of things and just make sure everything's on the right path, right? Like, I don't think this should be the end all be all to anything, okay? Like, if I was here to screw you, it'd be very easy to just do it inside, and I'm not here for that, okay? I'm just here to have a conversation, all right? So I do want to ask, because I've been talking to you for about an hour. I genuinely sense that you are a good person. I genuinely sense that you want to do the right thing, and that, you know, and I genuinely appreciate what you do with firefighting. I didn't know you were a firefighter until you told me that, so Thank you for what you do, seriously. But I do want to say, you know, you have been in the stuff like that. Is that kind of right? Okay. And that's the last thing I want to happen. I don't want that to happen. And I genuinely appreciate the service you do for the community. And what I want to do is just pull you out of the situation rather than just it spiral. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want that happening. I'm sure you don't either. So I'm gonna just tell you this right now. I think you need help instead of trouble. That's the way I look at it, especially after talking to you for an hour. Okay. So I do genuinely want to ask. You know, I know some of it was talked about when we were talking to you, but genuinely, how did this stuff start for you? Was it really on Instagram or?
Honestly, I want to say, yeah.
Okay.
It's just someone reaching out.
Do you know about how long ago this was?
Six months, maybe?
Really? Was that recently?
Maybe later.
Okay.
I don't know.
Got it. So kind of it kind of spiraled in these 6 months. Did you ever think that it would go this deep ever? Or Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm kind of curious about that. That was so unnecessary. I'm kind of He just tried to like stop me from talking. What's wrong with them? But I am kind of curious. So you mentioned that I know about Telegram, obviously. Like, that wasn't me bullshitting. I genuinely do know about Telegram, but Signal is a new one. So what's the deal with Signal?
That's just where everybody went.
Really? And you haven't heard of Session or Teleguard? Interesting. So I am curious that you mentioned you're not in it. I kind of got a peek of your phone. I saw you weren't in that group. But the Telegram, do you know about how long ago you found out about that group?
I don't know. Maybe 2-3 months?
2 or 3 months ago? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So obviously, since you're not the one creating the groups and you're not the one, it's not your material in the groups. I obviously care enough about your involvement to talk to you about it, but you're not the person that I'm trying to like. You're not the end all be all. I want to get the real bad guys, the people kind of at the heads of this stuff, and I felt we could use more of my help to that versus someone who's actually doing it. Because, dude, there's no way there's no way someone who volunteers as a firefighter who does out of his own kindness of his heart is somebody that I think is a bad person. You know what I'm saying? So that group, the Telegram, do you think that group's still active or?
It could be.
Okay.
I have no idea. Because, like I said, after I went into the hospital, I deleted everything. I got rid of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of everything. I was like, this isn't right.
Right.
I got out of it and I left. And then, obviously, I attempted.
Yeah.
And I didn't attempt. It didn't work.
Right. Jesus Christ.
And I just went to sleep. And then I woke up and I was like, well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you right now, man, like, obviously I don't know you, like, we're best buddies or anything, but I can tell you right now, dude, you have too much to live for, okay? Yeah, you do. I mean, you got to live for that McRib. I mean, shit. But you got too much to live for, and you do too much good. You put out too much good in the world to let that go to waste. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. Just me talking to you. Okay, and that's not something I would tell everybody. Okay, I really appreciate what you do. But about how many people do you think were in? Like, first of all, how did you get invited to that Telegram? How is a middle-aged white guy? No, I'm just kidding. But how did you get invited to that Telegram refugee camp?
Someone just invited me to it. I was like, okay. So I went in and I was like, that's you. I didn't really do anything on it. I just was on there. And eventually I just got rid of everything.
So you were just kind of like just watching the train wreck in a way. Okay. About how many people do you think were in that group? That
A lot. I want to say because like I would have to literally scroll through like an hour of just like doing this just to clear out the notifications like of all the messages on my phone. I'm like sitting there and I'm like for an hour just like 9,900 some odd messages, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like doing this, eventually I just put it on mute.
So it's like the Roosevelt Hotel of the online world of all the migrants and shit. Okay, I see. These are all just people posted in there.
Yep,
Unbelievable.
from all over the world.
Okay. I was going to ask that next.
Because,
yeah.
like, we're getting messages. There's messages on there in Spanish, which I don't know Spanish, so whatever. So there's messages in there from like Brazil.
Okay.
And there's messages from the Middle East.
Okay.
And there's messages from like China.
Okay.
And I'm like, Jesus.
The greatest places in the world.
Yeah.
So they when they would what do you say messages, like are they posting like pictures, videos in there? Everything. Okay. And so
a lot of times it's just like banter. Sometimes it's just banter.
What would the banter be about?
General shit. Yeah.
Okay. Would they ever talk about like what was in the videos and stuff like that?
A little, but like I said, I'm like, there's like 9,009 messages.
Yeah.
And it's like plus. So I'm not really reading these. I'm just.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, who would have the time for that?
Yeah. So I'm literally just, and half of them are in Spanish.
Yeah.
And God knows whatever language. So I'm just scrolling through.
Well, at the rate these people, you might as well have just learned what they were saying. But
yeah.
But so you mentioned, I mean, obviously, I see your Instagram profile, though, you're into boys and whatever, that's fine. But the refugee camp, was that mostly boys that were posting, girls, or both? Was that like more?
Both, maybe.
Both? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm saying, like, did you only see boys there, or were there some girls sprinkled in, is what I'm asking?
Sprinkled.
Okay, so it wasn't just like a group of 1,000 guys, it was like straight, whatever, okay.
Everything. Like, and animal stuff in there too, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just like,
jeez,
like what the fuck?
Maybe they thought you were a bear and were like, maybe but
good.
Yeah. So what were the age limits they would post in there, if there were any?
They really didn't specify.
Okay, so I guess, and look, I'm asking you because it's not something, obviously it's not something you asked for, it's not something that you made yourself, which is the biggest thing about this here, but like, what was the stage that they posted that you were like a witness to?
I want to say maybe. Obviously they didn't really say. So
like what did it look like? That's fine.
Maybe a toddler.
Toddler. Okay.
I don't know. Like.
Right. I'm only asking because obviously there's a difference between like a toddler and a 10-year-old. That's like pretty distinguishable. So.
Maybe.
Okay. So baby.
No. Maybe like.
Well, I guess.
I don't know.
Right, and I'm only asking this because, like, I think of you as like more of a witness to it versus like somebody who's partaking in it. Like, what would a video? What made you think it was like a toddler? Like, what made you say it was a toddler? Like, what did it look like to you? And I'm just asking. I'm not judging. I'm not mad. But short. Okay. Did it look like crawling age, or did it look like they were walking?
No, short.
Short. Okay.
Short.
So, but it looked like a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old or something.
Maybe.
Okay. Were these like videos or pictures or both? Both.
Like they put both on there.
So what were these idiots post of like a video of a toddler? Like what would a toddler even be doing in a video like this?
Don't really want to say. It's like I said. I usually half the time I really didn't even look at them. Like I said, there were like 9,000.
Yeah.
900 and plus. So I'm really.
Well, the reason it's important is because, obviously I'm not going to be the superhero and just figure out everything about the people in the videos, but obviously there's ways to do it, and that are the people that are more tech savvy than I am. Obviously, I wouldn't say I got the info from you. Like, I'm not here to do that, especially if, I'm hearing about, especially if you're a witness to it versus the one in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would that make any sense to, to say, oh, the guy that's helping me with this is the bad guy? That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, that's just how I look at things. Like, if I'm trying to cut down this tree, I'm not gonna go to the highest branch and cut that branch off and say job's done. Obviously not. I want to go for the root, right? You're the highest branch and you're tall ass. So
no, you want to start at the top and work your way down.
Yeah, but like if I actually want to take down the tree, the root is like the actual people doing this shit, right? Not you. So the reason I'm asking, like, would these toddlers be with adults or would they be by themselves? That's what I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Everything. Like, they had everything on there.
Okay.
So, sure, there might have been, but there also was other stuff too. Like, it's not cut and dry. It was very much like a whole plethora of things.
So there were some with toddlers and adults, some of them by themselves, just everything. Okay. So I know this is kind of don't take it personally, but it's just really trying to narrow down some of these videos to try to identify some of these adults in them. A
lot of them were like most of the stuff was like they were all.
That's a big help.
So
what makes you think?
My brother's boyfriend is from El Salvador, so it's kind of not that hard.
Skin tone,
language, and the fact that the languages were often in Spanish.
Okay, so sometimes you could hear what they were saying in the video?
No, it's more of, because I really didn't watch a lot of them, so a lot of them would just like, it's a video, and then Spanish text
on the video
attached to it. Like,
okay.
So a lot of it was
okay,
and I can't tell if like I said, I really didn't watch a lot of them, so I can't really tell you if it was here or from down there or if it was north or south of the border. I don't know.
Right. Well, the ones that I guess the ones that you had the privilege of watching, if you want to even call it that, what would be happening in those? What can you tell about those videos?
It's usually just, I don't know, usually it was, some of the videos I watched were just solo.
Okay. Of like boys or girls?
Boys.
Okay, I got you. So how old were those? Like, what would you say the age range of the solo videos were? If you had to guess, I mean, you're not an expert, but if you had to just guess.
They were short. That's what I can tell you.
Okay.
They were short.
So I know the age isn't on the forehead or anything obvious, or they're not on the wrist, as they did in the Holocaust or whatever. But if you had to like pinpoint an age, like I'm not offering you money, but $1 million question, like what would you say the age would be? The age ranges, I guess.
14-ish.
14.
Maybe it's hard to tell.
Sure.
The ones that I saw.
Sure. So when say like a video of a toddler popped up, like how did that make you feel?
I'm not into that, so.
Okay.
Kind of maybe I usually just, like I said, there was like 9,000 some odd videos. Like, I'm literally just going through and scrolling before I'm muting the feed, and I'm like had enough of seeing like 1,000, 9,000, plus 99. I'm like.
Okay.
Red messages.
Right. No, that's an OCD triggering thing. I kind of have that. I don't have OCD, but on my phone, I definitely have OCD. It's like weird. I don't know why I'm like that. But so I got to ask, like, so that was on Signal. So who's that guy on Grindr? So you met a guy on Grindr who was kind of at least portrayed to be like-minded. Like, cause you mentioned the guy on Grindr, like you lost what you had, but the guy on Grindr somehow found you.
He was a college student.
Here in town?
No, from Brazil, I think.
Wait.
A foreign exchange student?
Okay. So I mean, like, so he's from Brazil. A shocker, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hearing about the Signal groups. But
he was from Brazil.
But you know what school he was going to? What made you think he was a college student, or how?
He said.
Oh
He said
yeah.
he was a college student.
So is he like?
But he didn't. I think it's somewhere nearby. I don't know what school though.
Maybe Rensselaer or something, or U of Albany. I don't know. But did he? So this is what I'm curious about, because Grindr is obviously an app that's 18 and up, and I'm not saying you mess with kids on Grindr, but how did he find you, or you find him, and how did y'all get to talking about this type of stuff?
He kept crying.
Really?
Kept it was like kept implying, and like digging into that, into my side.
So so what app did y'all end up trading on? I mean, I don't think you were stupid enough to send that on Grindr. I would hope. Yeah, I don't want to talk to an idiot here, but
I don't know. It's either Telly or Signal. I don't know.
Okay. So between you two, who was the one who recommended y'all kind of jump onto another app? He did?
He did.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm this is kind of new.
Right. So do you get the vibe that he was experienced with this type of stuff? Yeah. What makes you say that? Because,
he's the one that suggested it. The fact that he's, told me to go here, go there, that was,
What suggestions did he give? Besides saying, go to Telegram or go to Signal, what other hints was he giving you?
What do you mean?
How did you get it in your mind that he was kind of prying for this stuff? What was he saying?
He kept saying, what's the you'll be with, or ever, so I'm
kind of kind of just going on giving hints back in some way, or that happens. Fine. So you mentioned, so that guy, I mean, he has to be local in the area still if he hit you up so recently again.
I don't know.
Okay. So how did he get back in touch with you after you got out of the hospital?
I actually don't know, because I deleted everything. So that includes all my accounts. I deleted everything.
Even Grindr you deleted?
Yeah.
So
yeah, because my therapist kind of said I should.
That's a good therapist.
Rejection.
Oh, so you get bothered when you get rejected?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm still trying to work through that. Apparently, that's tied to emotional and neglect growing up. Yeah. So
that's what I was going to ask you today.
Never being hugged, never always having to say to your mom, "I love you, Mom. I love you. I love you. Fine, I love you too."
Man.
Did
you ever get? Is it as a kid?
I was basically with my brother, my older brother, when I was.
Everything's good. Yeah.
5, and then
everything's good.
When I was 5, and then his friend actually me when I was 6, and then I get removed from the home and put into foster care, and I was physically and mentally to my older foster brother and foster parents.
Oh man.
So I was basically beaten, I was starved, I was emotionally so he literally had a foster brother named and my foster mother told me to go tell, which she was 16, 17, I'm 8 or 9, that your mom said dinner was ready. And he goes, "Oh yeah," because he was skateboarding on a half bike, comes down off of the thing, takes a skateboard and just goes, "Oh yeah," and clocks me right in the face and knocks out 2 teeth.
Is that why your teeth are like that now?
Probably. So he knocks out my teeth. I got no medical help. I was, so goes, "What the f*** did you do that for?" I go, picks me up, he literally tells her what the hell happened, confirms what I said happened, and then all he had to do was come in. Oh no, they're both lying. And I was forced to stay awake all night at the kitchen table, and if I was found sleeping, I basically was forced to stay awake another night, is what I was told.
Oh my God, man!
And I was also forced to go to bed without dinner.
That's terrible.
So while they all ate steaks, I ate nothing.
Damn. Well, I'm extremely.
So I'm a firm believer that shit. Because I mean, like I told you before, like in there, like this is stuff that I've been dealing with for a long time, and it's something that, it's something that you have to fight, and it's not cut or dry like people make it out to be, like, oh, they're the bad guys. Some of them really aren't. They're
There's just no other way to cope with it.
Exactly, because you tell your therapist. You have the option to tell your therapist and get help, but the minute you do that, they're required by law, even though there's doctor-patient
confidentiality,
that doesn't exist with that. So you are forced to live with that if you want help.
Right. So there's that's the thing. Like there's Alcoholics Anonymous. There's
no way to get help and have your shit kept private.
Right. Yeah, and that's, I told you a couple minutes ago, I really don't think you need trouble. I really think you do need some help, and you just, in 35 years, you just never had that opportunity. But, so do you think, honestly, do you think viewing, like, these types of child videos is that outlet, or is some f***ed up way to cope with it, or?
At first, sure.
Uh-huh.
But then you realize that it's starting to take over, and then it's like... and then there's more, and then there's more, and then eventually you're like...
What do you mean there's more?
Like you want more.
Of like that type of child stuff?
It's like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah.
So, so now I'm back to fighting it.
Got it. So how did it... So it seemed like you went cold turkey, and then somehow... What's the dude's name? Sam? So somehow he gets back in touch with you. How does he... It's like he dangles a steak back in front of your face.
Yeah.
That's
literally how it goes. It's dangle the steak.
So, yeah, as as it is, like a dog with a steak, and you're really telling the dog don't eat it. It's just like, so how did he? So what app did he find? If you deleted everything, which I believe you, but how did he find you?
I don't know. That's the $1 million question, because I actually don't know.
Right. Well,
I didn't just delete everything. I deleted my accounts.
Right. So, I guess where did he hit you up then?
Signal.
Oh, he found you on Signal.
Which I, again, deleted that account. So this was a totally different account, and here he is, like, popping up again.
Well, did y'all ever exchange phone numbers?
No.
Strange. But how do you know it was him? Was he on the same account, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the same account, and the only reason why I was like, who's this? And it's him. I'm like, huh.
Well, it seems like it was the guy who hit you up in McDonald's. Well, that's what the account said on Signal.
No, it was unknown.
Unknown?
It just says unknown.
Okay. So Samuel, he finds your Signal. How long ago is this?
A week ago.
Damn. So he just made you fall back into that temptation just a week ago. Okay, and then what did he say, and what did you say? Like, how'd that conversation go to kind of get you back into this?
You just, we just started talking, and then, I didn't really exchange. We didn't really exchange anything because, like, I don't have anything to exchange with him. So he just kind of was like, blah blah blah, and then,
So, is this somebody you met up with in person?
No, like I said, I never had a chance to.
So but I guess how did the conversation get to a point to where some way, somehow, he's giving you back what you sent him? Like, how did it get to that? Like, did you ask? Honestly, I'm not mad at you. It happens, but honestly, did you ask for that stuff back, or did he just going to give it to you? Like,
He just sent it.
Okay, like.
Well, obviously he had it stored somehow.
Sure.
So he just kind of like sent it all back.
Okay, and what was your response to that to him?
I didn't really say anything after.
Just kind of happened. Okay. And look, I'm not judging you, because obviously it's, especially when you were as a kid and everything's literally at your fingertips. It's hard to just like I said, it's hard for a dog to just not eat steak when it's dangling in front of him 24/7. And from what it seems like, you do a good job of resisting it, but it's like, how can you stay perfect if it's just that easy with the internet? So don't think I'm trying to antagonize you, because I'm not, because it's more of just like, hey, let's figure out what happened so we can turn this around, take the steps. So because we know how we fucked up, then we know not to do it again. Like, actually she grew up in a home where, her parents were just shitheads to her. Obviously, I'm sure she's not my daughter at this point. She's actually older than I am, but she grew up in a home where her parents were shitheads to her, and she's one of the most honest people I know, and her parents are not. So it's like, she knows what not to do now from having those experiences. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like what we're going to talk about now. So what made you download those videos again?
I actually didn't. They're in whatever the
little folder thing
in the Signal.
Okay, they're on like a Signal encrypted thing.
Yeah, they're in Signal in the chat.
Okay, but you mentioned that. And I'm just asking this, but you mentioned that there was a face thing that you said that it would have to be opened with your face.
Yeah, they get into the app. They get into the Signal app.
Okay, so those videos are somehow stored on some Signal thing.
Whatever it's stored on when it's in a chat.
Okay, got it. So Signal really has a face thing you can do?
No, it's like you have to act. Like, in order to get into the app, you have to be in your phone.
Right. But you told me it's behind a folder that you have to do a face thing on.
Yeah.
Okay,
the Face ID on the phone.
The Face ID on the phone. Okay. So do you know what he looks like at all by chance?
I know he's dark skinned.
So is he like a?
I don't know.
Like pretty much, not to be, but is his hair, or is it like like ours?
I've never seen his face.
You never seen his face?
No.
Ah, okay.
He just sent me a pic.
Well, yeah, sounds like Grindr.
Yeah.
But interesting. Okay, so he sent you like about how many videos?
I don't know, 20.
20
or something like that.
Okay, because I heard in there that it was like 30 to 40 that you had. So where would the others have come from?
20.
Okay, got
20,
it.
30, 40.
20, 30, 40. Okay, I mean that's not too much. I mean, there's people in that Telegram group who probably have like thousands saved.
Well, with the volume of messages that I got before I deleted everything was like, this is too much.
Right.
I would imagine so, because like when you're scrolling through 9,000 freaking messages and you're sitting there and you're just doing this until you reach the end,
right?
Because you hate seeing that number on your thing, so. And you're scrolling this for an hour and you get down and it still says like 400 something.
Yeah.
And then if you wait an hour, it goes from 400 to like 800.
Right.
And, and you're back where you started off.
I mean, the child, but I mean, I'm more concerned these doing nothing all day. Like, what the So have you ever been on like the dark web, the Tor browser or anything like that? God, so it's really just been Signal and whatever the okay.
Whatever that person recommended to me.
Got it. So there was something about the video. What exactly is that?
That was one of the old videos that what's his face sent me from Texas.
Yeah, so who's the guy from Texas? I totally forgot about that.
I don't know. I'm not actually sure where he lives in Texas.
And you had him on Instagram?
No.
You said he hit you up on Instagram.
Maybe at first.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember where. I know it was like or something was his username on Telly.
How'd you find out he's from Texas?
He said he was from Texas.
Okay. And was there any talk about meeting up with him?
That's too far.
Right, but did he, I'm saying, when I say that, I mean, like, did he ask you to meet up with him? Or?
I mean, he said that he does trucking or something.
Oh shit.
So he says sometimes he travels. He owns like a trucking business or something.
Any idea what part of Texas?
I want to say it's not near the. I want to say might be kind of near the coast.
The Houston area or
maybe
Corpus Christi?
Is Houston on the left or right side of Texas?
Well, the coast is on the right side, like by the Gulf of Mexico near Louisiana. So
maybe somewhere in there.
All right, that actually narrows it down a little bit. I'll try to figure that out.
That was his.
That was his telegram.
Yeah. L and then would be T. Something.
Yeah. Do you still have it? Do you have Telegram still? No. Okay. But he had you on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any like 69s or any like other shit with him, or was it just his username?
That was just his username.
Okay.
There was a space. I can tell you there was a space between.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll try to figure that out because man, he seems like especially a truck driver, that's pretty dangerous for him to kind of do all that stuff. So the video. So what the f is that?
Like I said.
Well, he said he sent you the video. So like what?
And I deleted everything. So.
No, and I appreciate you deleting it, but like, what was? Because I've heard that in the gay community a lot on there. Like, what is?
From what I heard, and that's just through him because like I didn't even know he existed before.
Okay.
I never. Like, this is really all new.
Okay.
So, he, I guess it's some person from somewhere in the United States. I don't know where.
Mm-hmm.
Redhead.
Okay.
Redhead, and I guess he was a football player. And,
No, just kidding. That used to be me. I'm retired, but.
Oh, he was a football player, and he had from what I heard, he had a girlfriend or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they, I guess according to him, they had like every single night, and then I guess that wasn't enough for him, and he went and did it with their children too.
How old were her children?
I don't know. Like I know there was an infant.
Okay.
And then I don't know other than that.
Okay. So what I'm curious about is because I'm going to let you know this video is the most tracked video of any child video in America. Like it's not even close. You know, because
tracked as in like it's the most like popular.
Well, so these things have like a hash value on it, and basically, if it's identified, there's a number that gets put on it. So it's like every time that gets sent, it gets like tracked.
Well, that makes sense. From what I heard, this was like It was like a big news story.
Right. So, obviously, you mentioned Telegram isn't encrypted. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry, I play a little bit dumb about that, but you got to play a part sometimes. But yeah, so. Obviously, I sent you that video, but how did it get to a point where he sent that to you? Like, did you ask for it? Did he just send it?
I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know anything about it because, like, I kind of live under a rock.
No, that's fine. So how did it get to where he sent that video to you?
He sent it to me.
Okay.
Like, oh, here, take a look at this.
Okay.
And obviously, that's not really my thing. So.
Right, and and I'm just gonna say like, it was you're not some high-tech researcher who's just like researching what happens in the video and isn't watching it. Obviously, you know what happens in it because you watched the video, and obviously, so I'm just curious.
I mean, I actually had to look it up because I had no idea. Like I had to literally Google.
Well, did he say it was?
Yeah, like that's he said it's this video, and I'm like,
okay,
me? Like, you have a video of me? I didn't send you any.
Right.
My videos. I didn't send you any videos of me.
Right.
Like, what are you? And then he said, and I'm like, who?
Right.
And I literally he sent it to me, and I'm like, I actually had to look it up.
Well, yeah. So I guess like what, because like I said, it's tracked. Like what compelled you to watch that video?
Well, he sent it to me. So it's not like one of those things where you can just like look it up. Like you have to literally like it. Like when you get something through Telegram, it just automatically kind of plays.
Right.
And the thing. So obviously, I saw it as soon as he sent it.
Okay.
So I'm like, Jesus. So I'm like,
how'd that video make you feel?
Not very good, because that's kind of wrong.
Right.
Like, I mean, I get it. I mean, I was 14 once.
Yeah.
At least when I was 14, 15, like, I could sit there and say no, or my ex-boyfriend in high school, I had the ability to say no. I'm not in the mood, or no, I don't want to, whatever right now. So, or don't want to at all, but was it like an infant?
Right.
You like.
Right, like obviously I know the age of consent is whatever it is here, but like obviously 18, 16, 17. Yeah, I don't know, but obviously a 16-year-old has a little bit more consent or non-consent, even though it's technically not than an infant. So I agree with you on that. But
so I was like, and then that kind of brings back the whole childhood trauma thing, because I was only like 3 or 4,
right,
and then 5 and 6.
Okay, so did the video trigger your trauma again? Okay.
I actually had a couple of nightmares afterwards, and I haven't had a nightmare for a long time. And at that time, I was actually taking Prozocin for my PTSD, and that's supposed to help with traumatic nightmares.
Okay.
And I ended up having a few while even on that medication.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously,
I was on a pretty big dose.
And I do believe you truly do suffer PTSD from that, because I don't think you want to be this way at all. But like,
I have severe PTSD.
Right.
I mean, I literally was in some way from the time I was 6 to the time I was like 11, and then just emotionally neglected by my mother until I was, old enough to leave. So
I do just have to ask, and again, like it's an open-ended question. It's not like there's necessarily a wrong answer, but obviously we saw videos viewed to completion or almost completion. Like it wasn't just like it was opened and it was like, oh, I click off.
It wasn't to completion. It was like, I don't know. It was like halfway through. It was like a 2-minute video.
Okay, right. So if you went through that as a kid, what made you watch an infant getting for so long, or getting that?
I was more dumbfounded than anything. Like shell-shocked. Like kind of like, and I sat there and like kind of like a almost.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no. And then
what was your response to the Telegram chats to that video though?
So I'm a non-confrontational person.
So I can see that.
I don't like confrontation.
I can see that.
So I kind of just changed the subject and kind of just, just didn't talk about it.
But was there any? I mean, are you sure there was? And again, like I get going with the flow to not be confronted, but was there any potentially? Like, would it be crazy to say that maybe you played into it a little bit and complimented it at all, or?
It was just like basically, oh, that's nice.
Okay. Right, because obviously I have to ask about that, because basically,
it's more
lightly complimenting a video of an infant being is kind of not a good look.
No, it's not. But it's more of how it's like.
Just so you don't right.
So and then it kind of just skedaddled.
Fair enough.
Something else into a different conversation.
Fair enough. So what do you talk about with you besides that?
Just I don't know, like random stuff. How's your day going? Things like that.
Okay. Do you know what he looked like by chance? Did he ever send a pic?
No. Sent a pic.
Yeah, that'll help me identify him for sure.
I know he's tanned. He's white, but he's tanned.
Okay.
And that much I can tell.
Got it.
And I know he's in his 30s.
Can you make sure the phone's charged? Make sure my well, I would say I think it's about to. You just get my other phone from the car. Should be like right a bag of fried pickles.
I know it's like he's in his 30s.
Okay.
Because he did say something like that, and his arms are kind of hairy, which again doesn't really.
Yeah, I know. A tan guy with hairy arms from Houston. You know how many people? Last name was like Hernandez in Houston.
No, he was definitely white.
Definitely white.
Definitely white.
Okay. I see. So, all right. Well, I'll take what I can with that. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me see. Can you try your best to type his name in here and see what comes up?
What is this?
This Telegram. I really appreciate your help, man. Let me try. Oh, there we go. Like get more and give more. No. Maybe still zapped. I don't know.
Is there a way to do like people?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I guess it would come up in chats. Damn it. Nah, that's alright. I'll try to figure something out.
Oh, keep going. It was. Let's say there was E in there. Maybe underscore.
Got it, no problem. Sorry.
It's something like that, though.
Okay, yeah, I'll play around with it. Okay, so I do want to ask now about kind of the thing today. Like, what? You know, obviously there's a shit ton of messages here, and you've been so honest. I don't feel the need to really pull them out and just read everything word for word. But like, I'll tell you, I wasn't the one talking to you online. It was my associate kind of doing the, you know, as the guy is my son. What did y'all talk about kind of doing? Like what's supposed to kind of happen today?
I didn't really. It just kind of implied that we were going to hang out.
Okay, well, I mean, like in the messages, like what was kind of talked about?
What I liked and what I didn't like.
Okay. So what I'm curious about is because what I was kind of saw like on some of the messages, you know, it's supposed to be like something for some talk about like you seeing kind of the dad and the son off and vice versa.
That's like a joke.
I mean,
well,
come on, just like is like realistically like there was talk about that. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm curious.
It was sarcasm meant to be funny, but yeah.
I mean, No, I mean, I know how Grindr is. I mean, I know it's not Grindr that, these people met on, but realistically, I mean, what was kind of supposed to happen today with that?
Actually, so I was just gonna go with the flow.
Go with the flow? Okay. So basically, like, if it was brought up, you do it. If not.
More or less.
Okay. So what I'm curious about is, like, obviously, because there was a 13-year-old boy involved, or at least a purported one. You're being honest. I'll just tell you. Obviously, there's no 13-year-old boy, I'm sure as you know. But, with him, was it something that, you say go with the flow, but was it something you were planning on forcing, or something you were going to let?
I'm not confrontational. I don't do that.
Okay, so
I'm more of a bottom, anyways.
Okay, so
I'm submissive.
All right, gotcha.
If that makes any sense.
I hear you. So
I'm the girl. If I'm a girl, if that makes sense.
Oh, you're just a girl?
Like, if that makes sense, like I'm
just a girl?
like I don't know if that like that's the easiest way to explain it. Like I'm not a guy in the relationship sense.
I hear you. Yeah, I understand.
Guys make the decisions.
I guess you
type thing.
So basically, if it was decided that there would be between the three of us, that's something that you would go with the flow with. But if not, that's something you would go with the flow with. Is that kind of accurate? Huh? Okay. So, and I hate to say this to make this sound weird, but it would have been basically the farthest it would have gone. No, nothing, but it would have been consensual with a 13-year-old and his dad today, potentially. Is that kind of accurate? Okay. It's weird to say out loud. Okay. Whoa, Jesus Christ, this guy. He's actually 21. But don't be deceived by the pink hair. I mean, he's apparently allegedly, he claims, but who knows. But all right. Anyway, but has this ever happened before? Like, has there been any, like, accusations against you before for anything like this? Just accusations or anything? No. Okay. So I guess what made you kind of interested in this or wanting to try this out today?
Desperatism.
Desperate.
Desperatism. I had a relationship that lasted maybe 6 months.
When was this?
A few years ago, and that was like my first actual relationship.
Really?
I've been hooking up with people and everything else since I was 13, 14, and it was the first time I actually kind of was able to actually care for somebody.
Sure.
And wanted to actually love somebody.
Sure.
And it was more of just one-sided, and ended up cheating on me with a whale.
Wow, left the bear for the whale.
Yeah, but which, I mean, I get it, but there was a lot of lying, a lot of cheating, and
sure.
So he was very emotionally unavailable.
How'd y'all meet? Like Grindr or something? Okay.
But I've had no success on Bumble. I've had no success on Facebook dating. I've had no success on Tinder. I've had no success with friends or coworkers or whatever. So the only place I've ever really had any type of success was Grindr. So, but that's not really a dating app.
No, it's not.
But it can be, and I did meet someone that wanted to date too, and he just ended up not being a good guy.
Well, at least you hold the world record for the longest relationship from Grindr of all time for 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
And it was hell. And that was the first time that I've actually able to get into a relationship. So, when someone kind of hits me up and shows interest, I'm like, a date? Okay.
So,
because especially with having no friends,
right?
I literally, I'm really good with all my coworkers, and I'm obviously openly,
Right.
And so they all know it.
Right.
And so I tried to have, like, make friends, and it's usually like, oh yeah, we'll hang out. Sure.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Right.
This, and that. And my other coworker, which is what kind of spiraled me down into one of the things that made me go, was he's showing me stuff on Snapchat, on his Snapchat feed. He's like showing me videos of him laughing.
Right.
Like, oh, that's fun. That's cute.
Well, so basically, what I want to do is, like, we gotta. So we gotta basically. Well, we gotta get rid of that child on your phone, right? So like. So we gotta get rid of that, like, child on your phone. There's like about 50 images to get rid of child on your phone. Okay. So. I want to get you some help for this, and that's what they're here for, man. And I want to kind of get that shit taken care of. But how's it going, officer?
What's going on, man?
Just having a conversation. Sure, you heard in front of that he has some child to delete off his phone, but yeah, basically we're just having a talk here. He was sadly as a kid and went through a lot in his life, and he's fell into some temptations. I think he can get some help for. But basically, this guy in the area sent you like 50 child images or videos.
Somewhere in the area.
Okay, and unfortunately, they're kind of, and we gotta get rid of them off your phone, right? Is that what they're on there?
It's on Signal.
On Signal.
Why? Did you guys set this up? Because you seem pretty well prepared for this.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, officer.
What is going? I want to know what's going on here. Why are you guys all set up like this? Is this something you guys set up?
Well, we didn't set up him having child on his phone. That's what he has. But
why are we here?
Well, I want to explain it to you if you don't mind.
My partner there. Why are these people here?
Well, we're filming the interaction, so we can get it to
set this all up?
Set what up?
This interaction. Why?
Yeah, we're a part of this interaction.
Okay. I'd like to know what's going on here before we go anywhere.
Okay, so this individual came to meet who he believed to be a dad and his 13-year-old son, and he's also possessing child, and that's why we're here, and that's why y'all received a phone call.
Let's see your ID. Let's see your ID. Are you involved in this?
No, he's not. He's not. Just got to do the right thing, man.
Go back inside.
You have my car.
The GM. This? Okay.
Yeah.
Just that. I'd like to see you guys like this. When he was coming up to beat up one of these little kids, we're not real kids. I know, but I know. He thought you were. Yep. Where you guys all from? I'm from here.
Assorted places.
Is this like an organization that does this?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
I muted it. I'm not going to show any of your ID on. Alright. Okay. Don't you think you should have told us in advance you were going to be doing something like this?
Nah. State of New York. It's kind of a crapshoot, honestly. But I hope we can do something now because we have like a video confession for y'all. Should probably give him a call, honestly.
Well, my dad has paranoid schizophrenia, so.
Got it. Hey, officer, can one of y'all come here, please?
Here phone, just in case. Once your phone.
Yeah, thank you.
Take this.
Appreciate it. Thank you. God damn.
Good job, man.
Thank you, sir. Will do.
Got some more. More out here, trust me.
Yep. All right, guys, I need some clips. Is it muted? No, it's not. Okay, I need some clips, guys. Send me clips so I can show the officers. My God, I mean, luckily he was just going through his messages. It wasn't like on Signal or anything, but...
I'm worried about that.
I know, I was like, before this gets bad, officer, come on, y'all come here. Thank you, Camp, for the 40 on Cash App. What it do, baby? Thank you so much.
W cap.
Yes. I love it. Oh my God, the sun is coming out. I'm so proud of him. Oh. Oy vey. Hey buddy, you know in the state of New York you're facing 5 to 10 minutes for this.
While you guys are inside, I don't know if you guys got called, but I got called by
New Holland?
Yeah.
Did you answer?
No.
Yeah, I got called by them too. I gotta call them back.
Alright, I was just reminding you.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew,
I was waiting
this is
for
awkward.
the apple slice.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to miss it.
Right.
That's for
Yeah, he wasn't as open like as the guy in Illinois was with just spilling about all the shit he had. So I was like, yeah, that's crazy. You were the dad and the son. You should have went from like Alabama or something. You were texting him on your burner phone, right?
Oh, some of them, yeah.
Okay. All right. What's up, guys? So we're here in Waterford, New York, all the way in upstate near Albany. We were in Maryland yesterday, and we just caught an individual named Matt trying to go meet a 13-year-old boy and his father for some group fun. And in the process, he admitted to trading and possessing child and viewing child as infants and toddlers. And right now, Waterford PD currently has his phone, and they're figuring out what to do next, but it's not looking too good for him. He admitted everything on camera, and yeah, this full video will be on X for subscribers, and yeah, so join up in our profile. We're all the way 27 hours from home right now, traveling the most and catching the sickest on New Year's.
Someone said shout out to for showing his face on like Asha. I don't like to show my face a lot. Well, unless it's like a really good, good frame, you know.
Okay. Would you mind coming down to the station?
We want to come down to the station, give you everything we have.
Okay, we're gonna have you come down to the station. Do you know? Are you guys all in one car?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna. How'd you come down to the station? Let's explain what's going on here. All right. My partner's gonna give your name. He's got your IDs. And
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
So.
Did they cuff him?
I think they're going to.
Yeah, I think so too. Jesus. To the officer at first was like, don't you think you should have told us beforehand? I'm like, nah, it's New York. It's kind of a crapshoot, honestly. Nah. Gee, where are my apple slices?
I could literally go for some apple slices.
I can get you some.
Bet.
Hey, thank you, Shaka Jake, for the 140 on Cash App. Holy thank you so much. Everybody thank Johnson in the chat. Shaka Jake, Johnson in the chat.
Thank you so much, Johnson.
Everybody thank him in the chat. Holy shit.
Thank you, Johnson.
All right, here we go. Oh, they're cuffing him.
Goodbye, Matthew.
Nice.
If you want to support the Predator Poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $10 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.